Hey guys, Sandy here, and today I am doing my December 4th entry on my December project album. So I have the title page done, haven't figured out what's going on the back of the title page yet. Day 1, Day 2, and Day 3 are finished. Day 3 is literally just a decorative thing. There's no journaling, there's no nothing. So let's get to Day 4, and Day 4 is going to be the story of the advent calendars that we are using this year. So let's see what I can do. I figured it was about time I pulled out that Winter Wonderland paper pad, and I'm just giving it a little, well, I thought I was going to give it a little flip through. I guess I do not. I'm starting out with the tags. So I'm going to go ahead and trim those down. Now look at that little bit of fun up there in my little guillotine trimmer place. I think there's like a little thing that has a paper clip embossed on it, but I keep little bits of fun. So some stars, some Mickey heads, and some sequins, and that keeps my trimmer fun. Totally not Christmas or documenting my December related, but there it is. So I'm using this close to my heart edge, oh crap, what is this called? An edge, I think my friend Crystal calls it a rougher upper. I can't think of the word right now. Okay, it'll come back to me. So I use that just to give a little bit of distressing. There we go, a distressor. See, I knew it would come to me. A little bit of distressing to the tags, and I really like that. Now, I am incorporating this calendar, and this is actually the first time that I've actually incorporated a calendar into my December project album. Crazy, I know. But I'm going to do it. I'm also going to cover up the top because I really don't want a barn and a deer to like be there. I don't want that to be as my, hey, barn and deer calendar. I want it to coordinate with what else I have going on in the album. Not that I don't already have deer in the album, and there may be a barn somewhere, but it just didn't feel right for this page. So I used the same paper that I'm using for the left-hand side of the spread onto the right-hand side. And I feel like there needs to be a little bit more. I really like the pre-printed version of the calendar where it had like the fake washi tape and stuff. So I go ahead and use some real washi tape, and it's just a black washi tape. It says important memory snapshots, record, take note, document, and then it starts over again in important. So I thought that that was pretty awesome for what I had going on here. Now I have this Instax photo, and it is a photo of the advent calendars that we have this year. So this year we purchased Lana a Lego City advent calendar, and we also got me a advent calendar from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. And traditional advent calendar, the Lego one, you open the door and you put together a little Lego and you build the scene. The advent calendar from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club is a traditional advent calendar in that it has daily things that you open, but it's also got a little prompt that kind of makes you think and a little goodie inside, some sort of scrappy goodie. There's been some candy and some cocoa and some popcorn, so lots of fun things in there. And I just wanted to document that this year. So I pull out these little pocket things, and that's what that holly thing is. And that's from Paper House Productions, and it's pretty cool. It has adhesive so that you can totally use it to create a pocket. Now, originally I was keeping it as a pocket. Later I pull all the adhesive off and just treat it as a sticker because I felt like it would hold into my album a little bit better. And I'm all about keeping these albums intact. I really don't want to have to go through and re-glue things. It's a real disappointment when you open up an album and things have shifted and things have fallen off, so I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm all for adding the extra adhesive instead of treating it like a pocket. So I've got my tags and my photo, and they're all kind of like leading out of the pocket. And I grabbed some black and white baker's twine, and I actually put the black and white baker's twine onto my tags, but I end up going with something different. As you can see, I just pulled off the little edge piece to give me adhesive, so it treats this holly piece just like a pocket. And here I am pulling off that twine. Now, I'm not exactly sure where I got this twine. And it's 2 different twines wrapped around this sucker right now, so it's not even like one version. There's a thicker black and white one and a thinner black and white one, and I'm using the thinner black and white one. I thought that I was doing it because I just needed like a little touch of black, but then I decided I needed more black later on, and you'll see what I ended up doing with that. I'm actually kind of pleased with it. I like the way that this turned out. I like the fact that I'm incorporating a calendar. I've started to write some of the stuff down that we've done this month and some of the things that are upcoming, like when Chloe comes home on Friday, and then we're baking cookies on Saturday, and then my work party is next Monday. So there's things that are going on the calendar that haven't happened yet, because I know for a fact those things are happening. But I'm not going to fill out the entire calendar ahead of time because I want to make sure that the things I think are going to happen will happen. Does that make sense to you guys? Plus, I have to look back. I can't even remember what happened during the week last week. So I got to look back and see if there's anything I can fill in there. Because for the first week of December, I have stuff on Sunday, Friday, and Saturday. And I want to be able to have stuff during the week too. A lot of stuff probably won't happen during the week just because my husband works during the day and I am closing. I'm the closing manager, so I close every night. And going forward, our store is open until midnight, so we won't see each other. He leaves way before I wake up, and I will be coming home way after he's gone to sleep. So I imagine that most of our things will be happening on the 2 weekends before Christmas, but you know, we'll see. Hopefully we can get some fun things in during the week. I don't want my calendar to be completely empty during the week. I would love it to have some things going on. Now, while I was talking about the schedule for the month, I went ahead and added that countdown thickers and added a little bit of gold holly just so that I could have the same gold on both sides of the page because this is going to be a spread. In my December project album, sometimes I have albums that spread and span 2 pages. Sometimes I have days that will just be a part of a page protector. Sometimes I have days that could be multiple page protectors. It just depends upon how I'm feeling that day and what I have to say and what photos. I'm still feeling very wordy for this album, which is awesome. Because like I said, in the past, my albums have not been as wordy. They've just been more pretty. But I'm trying to make this one pretty and wordy. I just feel like I have a lot to say this year. So that's the way it's going to be. Now, I actually toyed with the idea of not using this as a calendar and just filling the entire thing with journaling. But I felt like I could add journaling onto this spread and also kind of document like what happened during the month. I really like that idea. I used to think I would never put a calendar in my December album because, you know, we didn't do a lot of fun Christmassy things. Like it wasn't like Christmas party here and Christmas extravaganza there and parade here and all that kind of stuff. And you know what? It doesn't matter because this is what our December looks like in 2019. So that's what I'm going for. Now, I toyed with the idea of putting this 25 down there on the 25th and leaving it there, but it doesn't stay, and I don't know if it will. I don't know if I'll put something different on the 25th, but I thought that I would add little decorative touches on the calendar, little stickers and stuff like that, along with the words that I'm putting on there. And I probably won't do that until the month is over. And that is just because I don't know what the calendar is going to look like. I didn't want to put stickers or something down on the calendar boxes if I really needed some room to write some things. Like on the 6th, I have stuffing envelopes for Christmas cards and Lana's graduation announcement. So like that's a lot of words for this little teeny block of space. So if I would have put a sticker on there ahead of time, I wouldn't have had room for it. And that doesn't work for me. So I wanted to figure out something pretty to put up here on top of the Christmas countdown. And at first I thought I was going to use these holly stickers because they are very similar to the holly that is over here on the left-hand side of the page. but I decided not to. I felt like I needed a little bit more texture because this entire calendar feels very flat right now. So while I have it up there right now, it's not going to stay. It's going to go to something different. Now I do pop up this little pine cone thing over here just to give it a little bit of dimension and a little bit of texture. And that's when I decide, yeah, I really can't use that sticker. I got to figure out something else. So I'm going through my little bits of die cuts and fun things here. And I was thinking about cutting off the greenery off of that cardinal because, I mean, let's face it, I don't decorate a lot with animals in my scrapbooking. It's just not something I do. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, what in the heck is going to go over here? It's like something's got to go over here. I think about the pins. I think about the epoxy stickers. And then I'm like, ooh, puffy stickers. That'll work. So I add the holly puffy sticker. And I like the way that this looks. It's got a little bit of glitter. It's got a little bit of matte. It's got some paper. It's got the gold. It's got the black. It's got everything that is going on the left-hand side of the page. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Even that banner is the same pattern as the green plaid tag. It is a little bit of a different color, a different shade, but it's the same pattern, so I felt like it moved across the page great. Now I am adding some adhesive to this sticker, and that is because two reasons. One, stickers don't stick. They just don't stick that well. And two, because this is not going into a page protector, I really felt like it needed the extra adhesive to make it stay on the page, because this is going to be a page that people touch, and it could just fall off, and we don't want that happening. So I have a number 4, and I'm going to put it down here over top of the glitter, and I definitely added some adhesive for that as well, just because anything over top of glitter I feel like needs the most help it can get. Now I thought about bringing out these black rhinestones to see if there's anything I could do with them, and there wasn't. I definitely could have, but I decided not to. I thought that that would be a little bit too much. I just want little touches of black. I don't want it to be all over the place. Now I add some of these close to my heart enamel dots, and just a couple of them, not too many. And I was thinking that I needed to add it in a couple pages, a couple places on this page, but I really don't think it needs it. I am looking up at the top, and I'm thinking, wow, this twine is really not giving it the pop of black that I want. And then here I pull up the calendar off my phone just to make sure I have the right numbers. Because believe you me, it has happened where I filled out a calendar, and for some reason, even though you're counting in, sequential order, sometimes I mess it up. So I'm just kind of like keeping an eye on my calendar as I'm filling in the dates here, just to make sure everything turns out okay, because, I don't want to flub this up because I'm writing it down with pen instead of pencil. So this is where I think about adding some of the stickers, and I'm like, I think I even put a sticker or two down or place one over it, and I'm like, no, Sandy, that is not what you need to be doing right now. So, I'm thinking about putting the present on the 25th, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should do this kind of like a planner and put the presents on days that we go shopping, and I'm like, oh, we can put some holly here, that'll be cute. I have a little bit of room to write, and I'm just struggling with this because I don't want to not have the room to write, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe stocking for shopping, and I'm like, this is not how I want it to be. So I put those stickers off to the side, and I'm like, nope, this is going to be it. And then I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, it's missing something. And not only was it missing something, it was also missing the video of what I did to wrap this little bit up. So I'm just going to walk you through that really quick. I decided to add this tag in the center, and the tag is not connected. So I just cut out this tag in the same paper that I had going on over here. I used some of the Love from Lizzie peel-offs, which are these things, and they're just really thin stickers, to outline it around here, so it gives it kind of this gold edge without having to do any embossing or anything like that. I pulled out some gauzy type ribbon type stuff and some gold and black twist ribbon that kind of fell apart, and I created the little faux bow thing up at the top here, wrote my journaling in a Sharpie pen, and it says, Advent calendars have been a part of Christmas for as long as I can remember. As a child, we got the small chocolate ones every year. Usually they had Santa getting ready to head down the chimney pictured on them. We continued that tradition with Alex, Chloe, and Lana for a while, and then we moved on. Some years were homemade. Polly Pocket featured one year. Some years were candy, some years were toys. One that is repeated is the Lego Advent Calendar. We've had Star Wars, Lego City, and even Lego Friends. This year I have a scrapbooking themed calendar. Love them all. So I put that there. So this is meant to be moved in one fell swoop, even though they aren't together. And then on the back I used a rub-on, a joy sticker, and some stars. And then over here I just started filling out what has been going on. So there it is, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me while I'm completing my Documenting December project, and I will see you guys again real soon.